Pavilion. Best Lee food in town. Best Lee food in town.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue? I see, but I organize Li Ningguang.
What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, these are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow!
Well then, let us be off.
I just like to make people smile.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day. It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows?
Betting? No, we're here for...
Noctilucous Jade, of Radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to discuss it again! Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the more if we buy them all?
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What? Is this how the rich live? Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyroaffinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality. I have imparted the priceless...
Priceless, huh? We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell? That would... well... fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
Oh, you flatter me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy. If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. You mean at Wanmin Restaurant? As long as we do it when she's not in.
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be endangered if the elemental reaction were to...
Oh, Paimon remembers! We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the Hilly Churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better.
That's the pot! It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it. It's a bit annoying, but we gotta cut the line.
Retribution!
No, my sword! Hup, he, yeah, don't be such a brute. Hup.
There's still soup in here. These hilly trolls sure have big appetites. This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment. We're ready to go. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need. Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention.
Booba, get them!
Eat this! Whoa! That light came from the first note to Lucas Jade. Hilly trolls are surrounding us again. Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors. Let's take care of them and continue again after.
Ring cutter, no, my sword! You're in for a little shock.
That light came from the second note to Lucas Jade, didn't it? More hilly trolls. They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're madly running their food.
Nice and spicy! No, my
Oh, that's bright! Too bright! That was the third note to Lucas Jade, wasn't it? It was so much shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Exactly! That's the one Paimon remembers too!
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucous jade for?
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liua Chising and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liua will continue to prosper as it always has done.
All right.
Now that we've...
Hey, what?
Oh, right, as I thought.
Any what?
Mora, my apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. That's a relief. Have a look.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Eugene Terrace. That's where...
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
It seems that we must. I will keep that in mind. Thanks, both of you. We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite. The Liua Chising have agreed to this arrangement.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith. Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder what that's about. Also, the, Rex Lapis vessel...
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that these things are for the authorities in Eugene Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House. only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Teyvat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow! Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available. Perhaps each in lieu. Well then.
Perfume.
No. Silk fl-
It's time. Hey, boss. Do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We
Which kind? The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again.
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your
Golden Housemaiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute. Now then, please peruse at your leisure.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ, just by contrast. Lastly, silk
Wow!
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when but this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same logic does not apply. Perhaps you don't know. Like several other tedious and complicated, but this is the only. Now that's settled.
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at this year's rite. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been since these
Are you serious?
Why, if he
Huh.
Thank you.
Ours.
Please.
So, now that we've got the flowers, how do we make the perfume?
Ideally,
Talk about.
hence
So this time,
I will wait for.
maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
need more minerals.
Finally, some backup. Look, I need to get rid of this infestation before it spreads to the rest of the planet. The infested come out at night, but they can't survive the daylight. Use that time to take out their structures.
Not enough minerals. We require more minerals. Not enough minerals. That must be placed on creep. We need more minerals.
Night's almost here. I'd start getting ready to deal with the infested if I were you.
Not enough minerals.
That's the last of the sunlight. Our defenses have to hold until the night is over.
We require more minerals. Evolution completed. Our allies' base is threatened.
Your efforts are futile. No time like the present.
Beware of those chokers. They'll stun and kill your forces after pulling them in.
Yes, I've come this far.
We need more. Out of energy.
Your queen listens. Yes.
We require more minerals.
Speak. My search continues. It's time to assimilate some resources. My search continues. I need answers.
Metamorphosis complete.
Explain yourself. Speak.
Our allies are in combat.
The night's almost over. We'll be
need
safe to move out again in the daytime.
No time like the present. Boldly. I need answers.
Our allies are in combat.
Time to get to work. We have to burn away enough of the infestation before the day ends. Start with the structures I've marked.
An enemy Zerg force has been discovered.
Assimilation aura is now ready.
The fight begins.
Sending you the coordinates for more structures.
Make it quick. I am the becoming.
Our allies are in combat. Evolution complete.
I need answers. You have my...
Not enough minerals. Our allies are in combat. We require more minerals. Our allies are in combat.
Detecting more structures at this location.
Evolution completed. Our allies are in combat. Not enough minerals.
I need answers.
Our allies are in combat. Not enough minerals.
We're making good progress,
We need
but there's still a lot of infestation to go.
No time like the present.
Activating
Our allies
emergency
are in
shields.
combat. Assimilation aura is ready, my queen.
The day's gonna end soon, Commanders.
The fight begins.
Our allies are in combat. Evolution complete.
The fight begins.
Our allies
Here
are
come the
in
infested.
combat.
We have to hold them off until sunrise.
Not enough energy.
You sure you want to do that at night, Commanders? The infested will be here any minute.
Speak. I've come this far. Yes?
Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat.
Explain.
Our allies are in combat.
You have my...
Assimilation aura is ready, my queen.
trying to tear down a barricade.
Our forces have met the enemy in combat.
We call these ones kaboomers. They spit acid, and they explode when they die.
Speak. Yeah. Speak. No time. The enemy's biomass will provide us resources.
The creep tumor is under attack. Our allies are in combat. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Your queen listens.
Our forces are under attack.
Speak.
The hive cluster is under attack. Our allies are
Activating
in combat.
shields.
Evolution completed. The hive cluster is under attack.
The fight begins.
Our forces have met the enemy in combat.
Let's do this, commanders. It's almost sunrise.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Get quick.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Speak.
Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Sunrise. That's our cue to move. We won't have enough time later if we destroy too few structures today.
What? Your queen. Make it quick.
Looks like we can find additional structures here.
Our allies are in combat. Our forces have met the enemy in combat. Our allies are in combat.
Yes. Speak.
Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat.
We're not done yet, commanders.
Evolution.
Here's some more structures to burn out.
Our allies are in combat. Our forces are under attack. Metamorphosis. Our allies are in combat. Our forces have met the enemy in combat. Evolution complete. Not enough Vespine. Our allies are in combat. More Vespine required. Our allies are in combat. We require more Vespine gas. Our allies are in combat. Metamorphosis.
Make the most of the day,
completed.
commanders. It's nearly over.
Our allies are in combat.
Your efforts
Our
are
allies
futile.
are in combat.
We're in for a rough night, but I know we can survive it. Like the hustle, but I'd advise against it, Commanders. It'll be easier to take out the structures in the daytime. Looks like there's a virophage among the infested. Might be a good idea to kill it, but we can only do that at night. Don't worry if you can't kill the virophage tonight. I'm sure it'll be back tomorrow.
The Hive cluster is under attack. Our allies are in combat. Complete.
We've got a barricade taking some damage here.
Our forces have met the enemy in combat.
The fight begins.
Our allies' more Vespene required.
You have to defend that barricade if it's gonna stay standing.
The Hive cluster is under attack. A creep tumor metamorphosis is under attack. Completed.
Nice job, Commanders. Now we don't have to worry about the virophage after we clear out the structures.
Our allies' base is threatened. Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat. Our allies' base is threatened. Our forces are under attack. Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat. Our allies' base is threatened. The Hive cluster
Don't get too bold
is
out there.
our ally.
If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost.
A creep tumor is under attack. Our allies are in combat.
No, not a stank. If we don't kill it, it'll keep attacking us even after sunrise.
Combat. Our forces have met the enemy in combat. Our allies are in combat.
What?
Our allies are in combat. We require more Vespene
Don't get too bold
gas.
out there. If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost. Are you kidding me? Amon wants to attack us now too? Perfect. About half of the infestation has been cleared out. Don't give up. A stank? Those things are resistant to sunlight. We have to be the ones to kill it.
The battle has turned against my warriors.
The infested can attack us all they want. Soon, it's gonna be our turn.
The fight begins.
Our forces have met the enemy in combat. Our allies are in combat.
The fight begins.
Our forces have met the enemy in combat.
Make
Our
it quick.
allies are in combat. Not enough Vespene. We require more Vespene gas.
My search continues.
Our forces are under attack. Our allies are in combat.
I've got another sector with structures on my scanners.
Our forces are under attack. Our allies are in
It's
combat.
time to assemble some resources. The enemy is in my
Forces
grip.
have met
Move
the
in for the
enemy
kill.
in combat.
Speak.
Our allies are in combat. Our forces are under attack. Our allies are in combat. forces are under attack. Our allies are in combat.
The fight begins.
Our allies are in combat. Evolution completed. Our allies are in combat.
The infestation is almost gone, but we need to get the rest of it for this to work.
Our allies assimilation aura is.
We're not done yet, Commanders. Here's some more structures to burn out. Looks like the sun's about to set. Get ready for nightfall.
Make it.
More Vespene.
The fight begins.
A lot of dead out there. Make sure that we don't join them.
We require more. Our forces have met the enemy in combat. Immobilization wave is available, my queen. The Hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces have met the enemy in combat.
You have my attention. No time like the present.
Our allies' base is threatened. Our forces are under attack. Our forces have met the enemy in combat. The Hive cluster is under attack. Our allies' base is Our threatened. Forces have met the enemy in combat. Our forces are under attack. Our allies are in combat.
The fight begins.
That stank is strong enough to withstand sunlight. We have to kill it ourselves.
Our forces are under attack.
My search continues.
Our forces have met the enemy in combat.
I am the swarm.
Finally, some backup. Look, I need to get rid of this infestation before it spreads to the rest of the planet. The infested come out at night, but they can't survive the daylight. Use that time to take out their structures.
We require more minerals. Not enough minerals. We require more minerals. We need more minerals. Not enough minerals. More Vespine required.
We're almost out of daylight. Once the sun sets, the infested will come knocking on our door.
You must place that on creep.
That's the last of the sunlight. Our defenses have to hold until the night is over.
Our allies' base is threatened.
Beware of those chokers. They'll stun and kill your forces after pulling them in.
No time like the present.
Evolution complete.
Yes. Yes. Your queen. Explain yourself.
Metamorphosis completed.
The fight begins.
The night's almost over. We'll be safe to move out again in the daytime.
The fight
Well then,
begins.
our enemy is Terran.
I need answers.
You sure you want to do that at night, Commanders? The infested will be here any minute. We made it to the dawn. To stop the infestation, we need to destroy enough of it each day. Head to these coordinates to start.
I am the sword. You have my attention. Our foes shall become our resources. The fight begins.
Evolution complete. Our
Looks like we can
forces
find additional structures here.
We require more minerals. That must be placed on creep. Unacceptable command. Our allies
fight
are in
begins.
combat. Evolution.
I've got another sector with structures on my scanners.
Allies are in combat.
The fight begins.
Evolution complete.
I am the sworn.
There's still a lot of infestation left, but we'll get every last bit of it.
Assimilation aura is now
fight
ready.
begins.
Are in combat.
Make it
The
quick.
mobilization
You have
wave
my-
is available, my queen.
The fight begins.
We
The day's
need
gonna
more
end soon,
minerals.
Commanders.
The fight begins. No time.
I knew the infestation was bad. This is crazy. Hold them off.
Answer.
The enemy is attacking our drones. The creep tumor is under attack.
Boldly.
Incoming hunterlings. They're cliff jumpers, so watch out.
Your queen listens.
Evolution complete. Out of energy.
Boldly. I am the sworn.
Unacceptable command. Our
We've got a
allies
barricade
are in
taking some
combat.
damage here.
No time like
Our allies are in combat.
the enemy's biomass will provide us resources. Boldly.
Our allies' base is threatened.
Continue. I am the one. No time like the present. I am the sworn.
Evolution completed.
Ugh, Amon supporting the infested with his own forces. It's gonna be a long night.
What is it?
Our allies are in combat.
Attention.
It won't be long now. We just have to survive until dawn.
The hive cluster forces are under attack.
The fight begins.
You have to defend that barricade if it's gonna stay standing.
I've come this far.
Assimilation aura is
Let's get to work, Commanders. We have to burn enough of the infestation today so that we don't fall behind.
Our allies are in combat.
Yes. Boldly.
Our allies are in combat.
We're not done yet, Commanders. Here's some more structures to burn out.
Our allies are in combat.
The enemy. Detectors
Not enough
now.
energy. Metamorphosis complete.
Boldly. Make it quick.
Our
The fight
allies
begins.
are
Sending you the coordinates for more structures.
Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat.
Time is running out. Don't forget that our base will need to be defended at night.
Your efforts are futile.
Assimilation aura is ready, my queen.
Just keep fighting, Commanders. We'll make it through the night. I like the hustle, but I advise against it, Commanders. It'll be easier to take out the structures in the daytime. There's a virophage out there, Commanders. Kill it if you can, but you'll have to do it at night. Don't worry if you can't kill the virophage tonight. I'm sure it'll be back tomorrow. Nice job, Commanders. Now we don't have to worry about the virophage after we clear out the structures. A barricade is under attack!
Our forces are under attack. Immobilization wave is now available. Under attack. Our allies are in
Don't get too bold out there. If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost.
combat. The hive cluster is under attack. Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat. The hive cluster is under attack. Our
You sure you want to do that at night, Commanders? The infested will be here any minute.
Our allies are in combat. Our allies' base is threatened. Our forces have met the enemy. Our allies'
My scans
base
show that
is
half of the infestation is gone. We can do this.
Our allies are in
Like the
combat.
hustle, but I'd advise against it, Commanders. It'll be easier to take out the structures in the daytime. Oh, no, not a stank. If we don't kill it, it'll keep attacking us even after sunrise.
Our allies are in combat.
Are you kidding me? Amon wants to attack us now too? Perfect.
Our forces are under attack. Our allies' base is threatened. Our
Don't get too
allies
bold out
are
there.
in combat.
If our base falls to the infested, this planet will be lost.
Our allies
Don't give
are
up,
in
commanders.
combat.
This nightmare is about to end.
Our allies' base is threatened. Our allies are in combat. Our forces have met the enemy in combat. Our allies are in combat. Our allies' base is threatened. Our allies are in combat.
Detecting more structures at this location.
Combat. We require more Vespine gas. Our allies are in combat.
The infestation is almost gone, but we need to get the rest of it for this to work.
Our allies are in combat.
My search continues.
Our allies are in combat. Not enough. Our allies are in combat. We require more Vespine gas.
Your queen listens.
Our allies are in combat.
You have my attention. The enemy's biomass will provide us resources.
Our allies are in combat.
I am the Swarm. I've come this far. Boldly.
That's the last of it. The planet's saved, commanders, and we have you to thank.